Zurich Airport is completely different from what you might expect from a major European transit hub, but in the best way possible. If you're visiting Switzerland and flying into Zurich Airport for the first time, you may be praising yourself for a chaotic, stressful maze. Instead, you get one of the most efficient airports in the world. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to navigate it, especially if you're heading straight for the trains after arrival. And most importantly, I'm sharing essential tips we learned during our journey, hacks that saved us hundreds of francs, and might completely change how you plan your time in Switzerland. This video is not sponsored or affiliated. If you find it useful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me keep making videos like this. I really appreciate it. Now let's start right from the moment you step off the plane at Zurich Airport, the biggest and busiest airport in Switzerland. The first building you'll deal with is the terminal building, which is exactly where you find yourself after landing. There are 4 main gate areas. Gates A and B are for flights within the European Schengen area. Gates D and E handle the non-Schengen flights. You'll also notice there are 2 arrival areas, Arrival 1 and Arrival 2. Arrival 1 is mainly for passengers from Schengen zone countries, and Arrival 2 is for those arriving on intercontinental flights, especially from Gates E. So if you're like me and landing on an intercontinental flight, you will most likely arrive at Gates E. And here's exactly what your arrival flow will look like. After getting off the plane, you'll head to the Skymetro station and take the train over to the airside center. That is where you'll go through passport control. Once you're through there, you just walk over to Terminal 2, grab your bags, complete customs, and you're out. It might sound like a lot of steps, but it's incredibly easy. The golden rule here is simply to look up and follow the exit and baggage claim signs. They will guide you through every single checkpoint without you ever having to second-guess yourself. Once you're out of Terminal 2, you'll cross the street and step right into a building called the Airport Shopping Building. Don't worry, we are not here to buy souvenirs just yet. We are in this building because the actual railway station is located directly underneath it. The architecture of this building is really impressive, though it can be a bit overwhelming for first-timers with all the escalators. So here's the easiest way to mentally map it out. When you walk in from Terminal 2, you're on level 0. I like to call this the Migros floor because the giant Migros supermarket is your best landmark. Head up the escalators to level 1. This is the tram and bus floor. If you are taking the tram or bus to Zurich City Center, this floor is for you. Head down the escalators to level -1. This is your ticketing floor for the trains. You'll find the train ticket counters and ticket vending machines. Head down one more floor to level -2 and you are at the actual train tracks. The Zurich Airport railway station is called Zurich Flughafen. Now before you head down to the tracks, you probably need 2 things: Swiss francs and a train ticket or a pass. In most countries, you will have to stand in 2 different lines for this, but not in Switzerland. At the SBB Travel Center on level -1, the train ticket counter and the currency exchange are in the exact same place. You can walk up to an agent, buy your travel passes, and exchange your foreign cash for Swiss francs all at once. You can even pay your train tickets in euros or US dollars, and they'll give you your change back in Swiss francs. The exchange rate here at the SBB counter is even slightly better than other places. So it is not only a money saver, but also a massive time saver. If you prefer to skip the lines entirely, you can download the SBB app to your phone and buy everything digitally. I opted to buy our tickets at the vending machines, but I did use the SBB app for planning our entire journey, and it was incredibly helpful. The app is free of charge and you don't need to register anything just to search for trains. For me, this is the absolute must-have app for anyone traveling to Switzerland. If you are traveling with kids, the next tip is going to save you a significant amount of money. It's called the Swiss Family Card. The Swiss Family Card allows children under 16 to travel completely free of charge. The only requirement is that they have to be traveling with at least one parent who holds a valid Swiss travel pass or a Swiss half-fare card. In our case, we purchased 2 half-fare cards for my husband and myself, and because of that, we were able to get a family card for our son for absolutely zero cost. It is really mind-blowing and it saved us a fortune during our 7-day trip. So definitely keep this in your back pocket if you're planning a family vacation to Switzerland. The way it works is simple. First, purchase the Swiss travel pass that best suits your itinerary, the one that saves you the most money. Then, whenever you buy a ticket, make sure to select that specific pass you purchased. You only need to purchase tickets for the adults. For example, my husband and I both got half-fare cards. Every time we purchased train tickets, we selected the half-fare option so that our tickets were discounted by 50%. We didn't need to buy a ticket for our son because he's got his Swiss family card. Another thing about Swiss Rail is that most trains are non-reserved and operate on a first-come, first-served basis. This meant we could buy our tickets the day before or even right before our departure, which gave us maximum flexibility with our schedule. The last thing to keep in mind is that the train ticket in Switzerland is not just valid for a specific route, but it's valid for the whole day as well. It's like a hop-on, hop-off train. So for example, if you purchase a ticket from Zurich Airport to Grindelwald via Bern and Interlaken, you can get off at Bern, at Interlaken, or at any stop on the way, explore that area, and then get on the next train that heads to the same direction to Grindelwald. Because the ticket is valid for that route for the whole day, you don't have to purchase any extra ticket. This is really a game changer that we were not aware of before our trip. Switzerland's transit network is world-class, and starting your trip here at Zurich Airport really sets the perfect tone for the rest of your journey. I hope you now feel confident navigating the airport and getting on that first train. If this guide helped you out, please hit that like button and subscribe for more detailed travel guides. It really helps the channel. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, take care and have a nice day.